Want to get a live look overhead because it appears the Caravan is getting close to the airport. You can see clearly tarmac there, runway to the upper right of your screen. So the moment is approaching. And as you guys were mentioning, Steve and Dan, you know, Mike Vrabel, he doesn't coordinate the offense or the defense. Some call him a CEO type head coach. I find him to be an incredible tactician. And what I've heard is that he is prepared down to the smallest detail. His situational instincts and awareness are nonpareil. They're unrivaled, really. Can you talk to that as far as what you've observed as his attention to detail as we look at the team buses arrive at the airport?
And we can see a lot of fans waiting in the parking lot, by the way, guys, as these buses pull up. So, Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to see these fans, you know, over at Foxborough and now at TF Green Airport and see as the buses pull up. But you mentioned Mike Vrabel. Here's the thing with Vrabel. He's an incredible motivator. He's very, very smart, but he knows how to push your button too. And he knows every player is different. But he's got the toughness about him, but he's also got the sweetness about him that, you know what, he knows how to get a guy going. And everybody's different. Everybody's coming from different walks of life. But you know what? They all come together as a team, and they're playing lights out for him.
And he also has the ability, X's and O's, to out-coach another coach. That's what's happened with this team. You had that feeling with Belichick and Brady. I think you have that feeling with Vrabel and Drake May, because Vrabel can out-coach you. He's great at the X and O's. He's great in last-minute situations. He once out-Belichick Belichick. Remember in a game, he beat them in Tom Brady's final playoff game at Gillette Stadium. So when he was named the head coach, and again, the NFL has always been a head coach quarterback league. When he was named head coach, you felt good as a Patriot fan because this guy knows the game, knows X's and O's, and can compete with anybody when it comes to coaching in the biggest of games, which we'll see here coming up a week from today.
And when Dan Roach says Vrabel knows the game, you see him on the sideline standing right next to those referees, instructing the referees, hey, you got this wrong. You guys got to be right. You guys got to be on your game. He knows when to throw the challenge flag and when to keep it in his pocket because he's that smart. He's that. You see him running up and down the sidelines. No, the ball went out of bounds right there. You better get that mark right.
And Dan,
that's how he is.
It is. And if I could just go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it goes back to what you were talking about in his first speech to the team, and when he said we're going to take advantage of bad football, right? Like he understands real nuances that he was able to take advantage of.
The bleep that gets you beat, right? That's what he used to. That's what he called it. You know, Patrick Chung would say it, but I won't say it. Chris and Paul.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's the stuff that gets you beat that Mike Vrabel was worried about. The other thing that you're going to have here is going to be an emotional moment. It's a great moment when they get on that plane, because defensive coordinator Terrell Williams has been battling prostate cancer since September and was just this last couple of weeks was given the clearance. He's cancer-free as he boards the bus and boards this plane to go to this Super Bowl and be a part of the team. And the players have just said he's been such an inspiration in that building with every single player, not just on defense, but everybody loves the smile of Big T, Coach T, and they wore T-shirts for him and everything else all season long. So good moment for that for him, too, as they get set to go here to California.
Which brings us to the guy who replaced him, Zach Kerr, because they didn't miss a beat. You know, Terrell Williams was the defensive coordinator, still is the defensive coordinator. Zach Kerr had to pick up where Terrell Williams left off, and this defense stepped up and really rolled. So, it's a huge inspiration, Danny. That's a great point by you, having Terrell Williams back. But Zach Kerr has been instrumental in getting this defense going.
I'm so glad that you mentioned both of those gentlemen because they definitely deserve their flowers. The bus is pulling up on the tarmac to the old version of the Patriots plane, which only has 6 Super Bowl trophies on the tail. Hopefully soon to add a 7th there. It'll be about half an hour between.
We're going to need a bigger plane.
That's right.
Yeah, the arrival of these team buses on the tarmac loading till wheels up for Santa Clara. And then destination California, guys, you'll be waiting in the wings when the team arrives there later tonight, and then down the rabbit hole, all of you go once again.
Yeah, Dan, I know you talked about the schedule that they face a little while ago. Do they have their typical, usually it's a Tuesday off. Will they have windows of opportunity to just kind of disconnect and be with their families and have a little time off, or is it just wall-to-wall activity?
No, they will, and Tuesday's the big day. I think Mike Vrabel and 9 players do a press conference, and that's it. The rest of the day, it's to them, and I'm sure to their families. But I think once Wednesday hits, it becomes a normal work week, and Mike Vrabel's been really big on that. It's why he didn't fly early out to Denver for the AFC Championship game to get accustomed to the weather and things like that. He wants to have everything same. Just keep the same. Don't change the macaroni and cheese, as the players have said at this point of the season. So they'll practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as well as tomorrow. And then that's another thing we need to bring up, too, is the health of Drake May. He didn't practice last week with that shoulder injury that he suffered, whether it be in Denver or was re-aggravated in Denver. Keep an eye on him. He didn't throw in practice for the first time when we saw him on Wednesday. Wasn't there on Thursday. He's got to get ready. He'll be ready, but how effective can he be with that throwing shoulder? Can he be 80%, 90%, 100% by the time next Sunday rolls around?
Yeah, there's certainly no shortage of subplots entering this one. And if you look at it quite literally from 30,000 feet as we're staring down at the plane getting boarded by the players, the Patriots enter this Super Bowl with house money on their side. A turnaround that no one could see coming, a young quarterback who's just on the precipice of his skills, and all of the emotional storylines, including Coach Terrell Williams, going along with it. This cast of characters, some of them cast aside by their teams, some that no one else wanted, brought in under one roof by Mike Vrabel, gelling in a way that nobody could imagine. And then the Seahawks now, the blue bloods of the NFL, best defense in the league, highest scoring offense in the league, heavy expectations for them to avenge their loss to the Patriots 11 years ago.
It's going to be a tough game, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And Steve and Dan, from each of you, how do you see this playing out? Just want you to do a little bit of a prediction here as the week begins. Drake May is going to be nursing that shoulder. Chris was saying he expects close game. What is your expectation of how they'll come out? As you pointed out, Patriots haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter. I mean, how does a young Drake May approach this whole proposition?
Well, that's a great question, Paul. And Chris, one of the things that you said, they're playing with cash money. Yeah, they are, but Drake May, they're playing with house money, but Drake May wants to cash that check. He knows that, and Mike Vrabel knows that, they got to this point. Let's finish the deal.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Find a way.
Let's not just get here and be satisfied with this. Let's find a way. And you know what? Seattle may be a better football team, but who plays better on Sunday night?
Exactly.
It's only one day, one game. Who plays better that day?
Yep.
And that's why I think the Patriots have a chance here to, even though the Patriots are underdogs, they got a chance to knock off Seattle.
And I think Seattle's vulnerable in the middle when it comes to their defense, run defense in particular. So I think you'll see Ramondre early on in this football game, if he can get them going, even weaken up this defense, because they're very good against the pass. They don't give up a lot of points. I think they just need to go blow by blow here as a heavyweight fight. And then maybe you hope for the kind of circle of life thing we've been talking about, like the 2001 team. You have a big drive down the stretch and maybe a game-winning field goal from Andy Borregales to give the Patriots a victory here in Super Bowl 60.
And
the other thing is, guys, it's a long week. It's a long week, and other teams that have gone to the Super Bowl have called the Patriots staff to figure out, how do I deal with Super Bowl week? So the Patriots have that experience, right? They have players that have been here. They have the staff that has been here as well. So a lot of teams from the outside will call, how do we handle Super Bowl week? It is a long week, and there's some downtime. And what Mike Vrabel will do was have this team together. They'll go do things together. They'll watch movies together. He wants to make sure they bond this week, so it all comes together on Sunday night.
And I don't want to mix sports metaphors, but we've talked about this before. The bloody sock has become, this fond memory around here. But I just keep going back to that because I think about the emotion of that Red Sox team, what Curt Schilling had to go through. It just shows what an elite athlete can do when they know, I just have one game to get through here. I'm leaving it all on the field.
Yeah.
And so they have that opportunity.
Drake May will find a way, 100%. Yeah. Guys, this has been such a great morning. Right now, as you can see, the buses are being unloaded. Some players we saw waving to the fans as they get ready to board the team plane. Of course, all of their equipment shipped out there as well. The Patriots equipment room TikTok is a fascinating look behind at all of this, and there's much more to come all week long. I love having you guys out there, the expertise, the experience that you bring to this. It's going to be such a fun week before we even reach kickoff.
The players are going to be asking you for
And
advice.
as you think about, I know, right? But as you think about the team playing and you watch it, Steve, the best part of having flown on that plane, is the food.
Okay, you know what?
Now they're
I want to know what the Ann Michael May cookie is on board this flight.
Yeah.
Because you know there is one.
Well, we're working on that.
Yeah.
And it's. I'll tell you one. For the AFC Championship game, it was delicious.
Oh, there you go.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
I got one handed to me. It was
Yeah,
delicious.
he got one handed to him. Do you hear that?
Awesome.
Paula, Chris, that's what we deal with our fearless leader here.
There you go.
One cookie for one person.
A week of
we are
this
the
ahead.
team. He's all he's got. He's all he needs.
Oh, gentlemen, thank
we
you so
love
Shots
much.
fired. It's going to be a long week.
Steve and Dan, have
But I love
fun in sunny
my gosh.
California.
right.
It is going to be a joy to watch this.
Yeah.